All right, let's dive into the microscopic world to meet a really surprising hero in the fight against global waste. We usually think of bacteria as the bad guys, right? The stuff we're always trying to get rid of. But what if I told you they could actually be the key to solving our massive plastic problem? And that quote right there, it just nails it. Bacteria have this wild, dual nature. They're not just germs that give you a cold. They are some of the most powerful creatures on the planet. They can cause incredible harm, for sure, but also incredible good. Today, we're going to focus on the save you part.
So who is it that's unlocking this world-saving potential? Well, meet Patricia Aima Maldonado. After a childhood spent dealing with bacterial illnesses, a science fair in high school completely flipped her perspective. She realized these tiny little organisms could be, well, engineered to solve huge problems, like world hunger. And that one discovery put her on the incredible career path she's on today.
Get this, her job title is bacteria trainer. I mean, how cool is that? It's not something you see on a business card every day. Her company basically teaches, or trains, specific bacteria to do a very, very special job. Take organic waste that nobody wants and turn it into a valuable, totally eco-friendly bioplastic. But hang on. Before we get to that amazing solution, we really need to understand the problem. And here's the twist. The problem isn't plastic itself. Plastic is an incredible material. It's light, it's flexible, it's absolutely vital for things like modern technology and medicine. The real issue is its life cycle, how we make it, how we use it, and especially how we try to get rid of it. Let this number just sink in for a second. 9%. That's it. That is the total amount of plastic that actually gets recycled across the entire world. It's a shockingly small number, and it kind of shatters the whole idea that recycling alone is going to save us. Okay, so if only 9% is getting recycled, where is all the rest of it going? Well, half, 50% of all the plastic ever made is just sitting in landfills. That's right. Half of it is just thrown away, where it's going to stay for hundreds and hundreds of years. And this right here, this is what Patricia calls the perfect illusion of sustainability. We talk a big game about recycling, but look at this chart. The amount of brand new virgin plastic we're making from oil isn't just staying flat, it's going up and up. It absolutely dwarfs what we're doing with recycling. This is the future we're staring down. And it's not just some scary prediction. It's the path we are on right now. If we keep this up, our oceans are going to be literally choked with plastic. It's a powerful reason to push for real systemic change. And that's the crucial point, isn't it? This problem is just too big for any one of us to solve alone. No matter how many reusable bags you have, it's not enough. The responsibility has to shift to the people making the stuff in the first place. Companies have to step up and give us better, more sustainable options. And that is where our story takes a turn. We're moving from the problem to a truly brilliant solution. We're talking about a revolutionary new material, a new kind of plastic that's designed to fix this whole mess from start to finish.
Okay, so first, a super quick definition. The word bioplastic can be a little confusing because it can mean one of two things. It's either bio-based, meaning it's made from something biological like corn instead of oil, or it's biodegradable, meaning it can break down naturally. The thing is, it doesn't have to be both.
But this is what makes Patricia's innovation a total game changer. She calls it a double bioplastic. It checks both boxes. It's made from a biological source, and it is completely biodegradable when you're done with it. It is literally the best of both worlds. I mean, this comparison says it all. It's crystal clear. On one side, you've got your traditional plastic. Starts as oil, ends up as pollution that sticks around for centuries. And on the other side, this new bioplastic starts as organic waste and ends its life by naturally biodegrading. It's a completely different story. So you're probably asking, how on earth do they make this stuff? Well, the process is pretty amazing. Patricia describes it like a secret recipe, where the bacteria are the master chefs. The key ingredient is something we normally just throw out. They take organic waste from food companies. A great example is the spent yeast that's left over after a brewery makes beer. And instead of seeing it as trash, they see it as a valuable starting material. Okay, this part is just mind-blowing. It's a two-stage process. First, you have a group of chef bacteria who basically cook that waste yeast, breaking it down into a delicious meal for the next group. Then, the producer bacteria come in and feast on this meal. And as a natural survival mechanism, they produce and store this bioplastic inside their own little cells. It's amazing. You just have to love this perspective. Patricia says, you have to ask bacteria to do something, and she will do it. She doesn't see them as just microbes. She sees her tiny partners as supergirls ready to take on a challenge. It's just a wonderful way to think about our powerful little allies.
So look, this isn't just some cool science fair project. This process is already up and running, turning actual waste into a wonder material that's having a real impact. So what are the results like?
Well, the final product looks and feels and acts just like the plastic we're all used to. You can melt it, you can mold it, it's strong, it's durable. And this is the really crucial part. It means companies don't have to go out and buy a bunch of expensive new machines to use it. They just have to change their thinking.
And it's already out there. This bioplastic is being used for some pretty high-end stuff, like luxury packaging for perfumes, containers for cosmetics, and even in healthcare products. So it's already proving its quality and versatility out in the real world.
But here it is, the single biggest, most important advantage of them all. When this bioplastic breaks down, it creates zero microplastics. Because it's organic, it just breaks down into natural compounds that actually become food for other bacteria and microorganisms in the soil or the water. And the data on this is just wow. If a piece of this stuff ends up in the ocean, it can biodegrade by 90% in only 4 months. Just think about that. Compare it to the hundreds of years a normal plastic bottle takes. The difference is just staggering.
So this all leaves us with a pretty inspiring thought. We've just seen how bacteria, these organisms we're usually afraid of, can be trained to turn our garbage into something valuable and sustainable. It just makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other powerful secrets is nature hiding? What other natural systems could we partner with to build a better future?